Okay, here it is, sports fans. This is day 6 of 65 days across America. I just completed a drive from Alturas to a ranch about 30 miles outside of Burns, Oregon. Let me tell you, this is Wayne. That's something I've been saying my whole life. Wayne meaning rugged individualist, super patriotic American, just kick-ass. I can't put it into words. Bottom line, like John Wayne. I'm on the ranch out here. So we left at, I think we left at 9 a.m. And so it is 7:30 p.m. That's how long I've been out on the Jeep. And I ran into everything. I ran into weather, hot, cold, rain, stops. I can't stop because the Patriots come out of the woodwork. They fill my heart with patriotism and let me know that what I'm doing is important. I get the impression that everybody wants to wave the flag. Everybody wants to stand up for America. And for some reason, maybe I'm the lightning rod or the means for them to do it. But I'm meeting patriots, and it's just fantastic. We're coming across the country. I'm at a ranch. We are one day ahead of schedule. How cool is that? And we're one day ahead of schedule because I pushed the needle. I pushed it. We were supposed to stay in Lakeview, Oregon tonight, but I didn't. I pushed it. We went 230 miles in the Willys to make it out here to this ranch so that we could do a couple of things. One, he has a phenomenal shop out here on the ranch. So we're really going to go over the Willys and dig down and make sure that everything is functioning. I did make a repair that I'm going to post. And one of my stops, naturally at a junk shop, an antique store. You know, rule 23 alpha, never pass an antique store or a garage sale. So while I was at that antique shop, I took some pictures. I drove up, and the owner came out of this awesome building from the 1800s. And the first thing he does is he hands me a World War II original manual for the Willys Jeep. He's, I think you want this. And he gave it to me. I then purchased some cassette tapes of greatest country western hits. But anyways, and I left the engine running because I know that the volunteers that are driving Marine's Dream are probably wondering where I'm at. So I left the engine running, and while we were talking, I was getting the history, taking pictures. I noticed a leak in the Willys. You know, you're always watching. And I thought, well, maybe it's a little antifreeze over the overflow bottle or something. So I let it run, and eventually I'm getting ready to lift the hood, and another guy pulls in. He says, "I'm a Willys Jeep fanatic. What are you doing here?" And I start to tell him. Next thing you know, he tells me he's a retired California Highway Patrol, solid. His daughter is a federal prosecutor. So we popped the hood, and I can't believe it. The brass fitting going from the fuel tank to the carburetor is loose. And the fuel is just drip, 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 drip that fast, dropping onto the exhaust manifold. And I mean, it could have been a Roman candle going down the road. But that's just the way it goes. So we fixed that. And while I was under the hood, I found a couple of loose nuts and bolts under there. So the adventure continues. And then we moved on, and there were a few points in that 220-mile run with the Willys. And mind you, Marine's Dream, and they're gone. They're way out. They get on there and they go up there. I'm hours and hours behind them. I refuse to have them babysitting me. So we get that fixed up, and we're rolling down the road, and then on 2 occasions. You know, I'm working on minimal sleep, and it's kind of lonely out there, and so I get sleepy, and now that's a safety issue, so I don't mess around with that. If I think I'm sleepy, I just pull over wherever I can, and we're in God's country, so it's cool. I pull over, pull my helmet, use my helmet as a pillow, That's a great book, by the way. And I just take a nap. So I took a couple of naps, and the naps are only 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but when I come to, I have no idea where I am, and I realize that I am rested because I wake up, and then we hit the trail. So I'm out here in God's country on the ranch. Originally, this ranch was built in the 1920s, and now my friends, Clint and Ray, own this ranch, which was in the family for back many, many years ago. The original ranch had 30 miles by 30 miles by 30 miles, and now it's reduced down to a mere 3,000 acres. Anyway, we're going to be doing we're going to shoot some guns, and we're going to have some campfires. But the main thing is we're going to go over Marine Stream. Marine Stream has developed something. I have a battery isolator, and the drive battery is not holding a charge. So I have a feeling that automatic switching of the battery isolator is not working properly. So we're going to figure that out. I have a bunch of upgrades that I want to do that I could not finish before I left. And these are just, we don't have to do them, but I like them. The Jeep needs a full going over, a very close inspection to make sure there's nothing else going on. And we have that extra time because I pushed the needle. Now, here's the most interesting thing I want everybody to know. The original schedule, and you'll see it, had me staying in Lakeview, Oregon tonight. I pushed the needle and went all the way from Alturas to Burns, where Horatio Nelson Jackson spent the night. However, I went an additional 30 miles out to this ranch. So actually, I beat Horatio by another 30 miles. But what really pushed me was I was stopping in Lakeview, Oregon to spend the night because I was concerned about making a trip of 180 miles in one day. But when I was reading Horatio Nelson Jackson's book last night, I saw that he made the run from Alturas to Burns, 180 miles in one day. And I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm staying in Lakeview, only 50-mile trip. I got to go to Burns. But then when I talked to my friends here, and they said that their ranch was another 30 miles, it pushed the needle. But it's worth it because we really do need to scrub and go through Marine Stream. We do need to scrub and go through the Jeep. And maybe I'll do a short commercial. I haven't even looked at the bidding. Has anybody bid on Little Glory? Take a look at her. And tomorrow when I'm going over the Jeep, I'll talk about some of the options and some of the special things that are in that Jeep. I'll just tell you right now, though, we stopped washing the Jeep. We don't wash the Jeep anymore. So if she's a little dirty, whatever, or getting a little worn in, that's just waneness. It's waneness from the road. So don't expect her to be pretty. That's not what we do. But we always make sure that mechanically we're solid. So we're going to go over the Jeep. We're going to go over the Winnebago. We're going to shoot some guns. And we're going to relax. And I'm going to try to get caught up in some videos. So I apologize that this is a long video. But I wanted everybody to know I'm safe outside of Burns, Oregon. I'm one day ahead of schedule. And each day it's going to get better and better. I have some people helping me because I'm so busy to teach me how to do live stream YouTube. There's no reason why I can't put this phone on a charger on the dashboard of Little Glory and go live stream. Now, I realized it might be hours and hours of just hearing the engine and the wind, but you're not going to watch it for 4 hours. But I don't know when people are going to tune in. So everybody just, you check in for 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It's interesting. And you never know. I mean, when I pull over, it's live stream. When I pull over, you'll be with me to meet these people in ranches and antique stores or patriots. I'll just tell you, an hour before I got to the ranch, I was sleepy. So I stopped and I got fuel. And I had a couple ice creams. And I was getting ready to leave. And then all of a sudden, the gas station filled itself with dozens of patriots and veterans, and I couldn't leave the gas station. They loved what I was doing. They wanted to follow me. They wanted to talk to me. They had young children. They wanted to talk about history. They wanted to sit in the Jeep. They wanted to hear about why I was doing this trip and who we were supporting. And it filled my heart, filled their hearts, and it's just a God Bless America moment. So if we're live streaming on YouTube, you could be a part of that. You can watch that real time in action. And so I have somebody to help me figure out how to do that. As you know, I have live stream dash cams that are recording, but it gets complicated because it's a service that we have to buy, and there's limited amount of cloud storage and everything. But the way I'm thinking is live stream YouTube, it'll be recorded, it'll be on YouTube, and I think it's unlimited, and everybody will be with me. Okay, I'm rambling now. I want you to keep watching, so I'm going to cut this video short. We're going to have some chow, and I'll try to upload some other things that happened today. And again, it's going to get better and better every day. So I say to all of you, God bless America. Stand for each other. This is a great road trip for American veterans and first responders. We stand together. I say good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Semper Fi, Mac.